Hello everyone, welcome to space. I'm going to be playing a bit of Stellaris today. As you might know, the latest expansion, Utopia, has just come out. It brings with it an absolute stack of new features, a lot of endgame stuff, new crazy structures you can build in space, so you can live in space stations if you want. You can build Dyson spheres to capture energy of stars. So what I'm going to do, I will probably play human because, you know, that's a classic play. What I'm going to do though is edit this up, build the humans to what I really want them to be, and then I'll get playing and let's see if we can do some crazy stuff in the galaxy. So I'll see you in a few ticks after I've set these guys up. So this is where really the most important part of setting up your new nation is. So we've got a number of we've got ethics here, so this will basically determine how our people are, you know, what they act like within our own empire, and that can change and converge as people begin to spread across the galaxy. So usually it's on sort of Xenophile and where is the other one? I think it's on Individualist, which I'm not sure is here anymore. I think it's probably been replaced by Egalitarian, but let's create a new humanity, shall we? I don't really want to go with Xenophile too much because it's just a bit of a and they've got hive mind now. It's interesting. So you can set yourself up to be a hive mind. It's got all sorts of crazy rules here, as you can imagine, if you're a hive mind, but I'm not really going to bother with that. And we've got to be careful here because picking these determines how you can react to events as well. So you can kind of lock yourself in sometimes. So as you can see here, you know, the choice between authoritarian or egalitarian, that locks us out of certain government systems which we might like to use. I'm quite a fan of robotics, so let's go with materialist for that one, and let's try out egalitarian, and then we've got one more. And I kind of, you know, whenever I play sci-fi games, I'm always fairly xenophilic, but I also want to try the old full native interference because that is really useful. And basically means we can. Actually, no, that's a lie. Let's go with Xenophile. Okay, so we have become an egalitarian, materialist, xenophilic, very modern United Nations of Earth. And now we get to pick. This is basically unlocked a number of civics for us. So we will take a look through these and see what works for us. So what I've gone for is we've got mechanist. So our society has been preoccupied with the idea of metallic automatons since the early steam age. So before we've even headed into space, we have I wouldn't say we've perfected robotic technology, but we have built true robots, you know, as we see in sci-fi movies. We will start the game with 4 robot pops. That is going to be particularly useful for getting us up and running. And hopefully it will give us a good early game boost in pulling out resources. And I've also decided to go with cutthroat politics. So this looked like a really useful one. So our political system here on Earth is known for its intrigue, power struggles, shady backroom deals, cloak and dagger scheming. That will give us 1 extra point of influence a turn, which will a month, which will in turn be used for putting together space stations and sort of special policies, which is going to be very useful. A lot of the time I play this game, I expand, and you run out of steam, and you reach this awkward point where you're just slowly trying to build up the influence points to, stay in the race. So hopefully this will keep us at the front. United Nation of Earth. I'm going to go with the United Earth Sphere Alliance for this one. And the flag. Oh, we're going to go with this like a pure Star Trek one. No, for now, let's keep it as it is. I always want a really bold white, but whatever. This is what we're going with. Starting weapons. Let's go projectile weapons. Let's the US Navy's been testing railguns recently. This is what we're going to go with. And warp travel. Let's go with warp travel. It seems like the simplest thing to do. And then ship appearance. Unfortunately, you only get sort of species-based ship choices, and I always tend to go with mammalian anyway because they just fit to humans. Anthropoid is interesting though. Right, let's get to it. So here we are. This is what we've chosen, the United Earth Sphere Alliance. We're egalitarian, xenophilic, materialist. We love robots. We're very good at politics. I've kept the quick learners and the nomadic because they are pretty good for what you can get. So, let's move on. So this is what we've gone for the settings. I've gone for a huge map, elliptical galaxy, 15 AI empires. Now advanced AI starts because I don't want to get stomped. For the same reason I've stomped like within the first half hour. For the same reason I have also switched off advanced neighbors. But we're done. Let's go. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. So we're paused now. Let's pick some text. And I am actually going to start off with let's get some power plants going because we were going to need the energy credits. In case you've not played before, you basically have let's say four major resources. You've got energy credits, you've got minerals, food, and influence. Influence is for your political stuff. Food is for growing your population and keeping it alive. And then minerals and energy credits are pretty much, what you use to pay for most things, upkeep for buildings, upkeep for ships, that sort of thing. So you always, there's no reason not to build everything up. You need more of all these resources all the time. And we also have sort of, I suppose, science resources. These are basically monthly tickers. So these are the number of research points we will put into each category of research. So we've got physics, society, and engineering. Physics, we're going with energy building. Society, we want to try and find the colony ship, unless it's been moved, but we don't have it. You get sort of 3 random techs, to begin with, and these will cycle through. So I think to start off, let's go with eco simulation, and that will get our food situation up. And for engineering, we can either increase guns, that's quite a lot. The cheapest one is building an engineering facility, so that will give our engineering research boost, obviously. That seems to be the cheapest. On the other hand, improved spaceports are always useful. It will, enable us to build bigger and better ships. Let's hit that one up now. As you can see, we've got a lot of time to wait, so while this is all going on, let's get our science ship and get it surveying the system. So this is something, if you right click on the star, it will just move off, do its own thing. And really there's not a great deal we can do while it surveys. We need it to survey to basically check out all the planets, see what is on the planets, on the asteroids, so we can start mining stuff out of it. Our fleet is really, that's got not much to do. Let's have a look at so this is the neighborhood. So I suppose this is our equivalent, the Milky Way galaxy. This is where we've started, so we've got Sol here. This is our home system. Alpha Centauri is nearby, and we know that there are some potentially habitable worlds out there. What we will need to do is also send out another science ship to get that checked out. Let's go to the Earth spaceport and... Okay, that's interesting. So it looks like an interesting change. In the original game, you had to research colony ships. It looks like you don't actually have to. Now, we just need to save up to 350 minerals to get that out the door. What I want to do, though, is spend 100 now, and let's get a Gagarin-class science ship out the door, so we can speed this up a bit. But here we are. So plan is we will check out the home system, get some mining stations up and running, and as that's going, we're going to head out to Alpha Centauri. The habitable worlds there are going to be a massive priority for us, and then Barnard Star we will also check out. But this is the beginning, and we are going to spread like locusts across the galaxy, hopefully. Okay, so here is our first. This is one of the things about Stellaris. You've got to make choices. I kind of always feel like don't be afraid to just spend all your money on
construction complete.
Thank you. Building up your resources. So, it feels like it's going to be a long time until I can get the colony ship, because we're gaining 12 minerals a month, and I'm rapidly spending them on mining stations. But it'll be better in the end.
Situation log updated.
Right. Now this is happening quick. So we've encountered some form of alien vessels in Barnard's star system, so we must have long-range scanners that's picked them up. Unfortunately, and we've called them Muppets for whatever reason. Everyone's very excited as well, so we've got the contact report here. Obviously that's turned up on the news, and everyone is having a huge party. Unfortunately, they are angry from what we can, and they're heading towards us. That is not good. Unfortunately, and this is big unfortunately, our fleet has it's got a military power of 96. Let's pause this. And those aliens have significantly more. They've got 800 military power. So we're going to have to hope that they just don't come near us. Anyway, so we've got an anomaly on Mars, which is odd. So it's anomaly level 1. We've only got skill 1, but that's literally fine. So let's research that now. And let's also stick a scientist in our new science ship. So what traits have we got? So we've got research speed, materials plus. We don't need that. Interesting. She might be really useful. Hopefully we'll come across ancient civilization. She gets plus 50% research speed on them and anomaly fail risk. So I'll probably leave all the ancient civilization stuff to her. She's in the ship though. Let's get her off to Alpha Centauri. We might need a colony there quicker than we can get one, since we may be being invaded by space squid. Or are they just literally sitting there making a... vanilla Stellaris without Utopia. I don't recall ever doing it, and I did some mad terraforming. Right, let's get moving. Now the habitable world survey. This is a bit of a quest chain where we just need to check our worlds. I mean, there's literally no harm in doing it.
Updated.
In the meantime, where is my construction ship? Build these mines. Get on with it.
System survey complete.
Excellent. Right, Sol system is completely surveyed. Let's get over to Barnard's Star and see what's there. Getting the minerals, not really getting much energy credits. Let's see if we can do anything on Earth. So as you can see, we've got the robots working. They're doing pretty okay. And Alpha Centauri is done. Okay, well.
Construction complete.
Right, so Alpha Centauri, we have got 3 habitable worlds. We're going to colonize the crap out of this system. Excellent. Let's get USNS Sagan on to Sirius. And we're just going to leapfrog system to system, try and get as much information as we can. And I think what I'm probably going to do is just head down this way. So at least we've got like a back to us, and hope that no mad interdimensional aliens turn up.